Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to GamerTube, the home of Let's Plays, concept videos and a whole bunch more. And more specifically, welcome back to our Little Nightmares concept series. So for today's character concept, we'll be looking into the Mascot. So we'll be going into this creepy enemy's location, their gameplay mechanics and all that good stuff as well. Once again, today's character was designed by myself. I really do hope you guys enjoy the Mascot character I've designed and the story we're about to tell. As always with our stories, we will just state that we don't expect Tarsier or Bandai Namco to really do anything with these ideas, or make a third game or a DLC with them. These are just cool stories that we get to tell, and we hope you enjoy. And lastly, before we start today's video, if you could please consider leaving a like and commenting, as it helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. Also, do be sure to subscribe to GamerTube so you don't miss out on any of our future uploads. Also, stay tuned because we will be doing a subscriber-only live stream where me and the community will design our very own Little Nightmares character, so keep an eye out for that. Alrighty, well, let's get into the Mascot. So for the location of this character, we arrive at the abandoned arcade. This rundown arcade is filled with old-timey games and activities that once entertained the children and residents of the Pale City. It's been quite some time now since this empty establishment has had any visiting customers. The arcade used to ring with the sounds of pinball machines and dispensing prize tokens, but now, nothing but eerie silence. The arcade's main attraction was their animatronic mascot that entertained all the happy guests. It's been quite a while since the mascot has made anyone smile. These days, a smile's the last thing any guest would have. As we enter the arcade, we see our protagonists, the siblings, who have found themselves in this strange place. The last time we saw this duo was in the Pale City Mall. The siblings were looking for the perfect gift for the sister as it was her birthday. They eventually met the horrible security guard who chased them all throughout the mall. Then, in part 2, they came face to face with the terrible toy maker. The siblings found the perfect gift for the sister, then only to have it smashed by the security guard. In the end, both children escaped the two antagonists empty-handed. As they escaped, they were gifted with a present from an old acquaintance, the Kind Child. After their ordeal at the mall, the siblings roamed around the Pale City, surviving however they could. They took refuge in whatever safe place they could, ate whatever scraps they could find, and once in a while avoided the occasional dangerous character. As the days went on, the brother noticed the sister was feeling sadder and sadder. Despite their new stuffed animal friend, the sister was sinking into a deep sadness. This of course brings us to the reason the siblings have entered the arcade. The brother wanted to cheer his sister up, so they've taken them to one of the happiest places the city has to offer. At least it used to be. The siblings explore the arcade looking at all the old weathered machines. They eventually come across the skee-ball machine. There appears to be a couple of balls left to throw at the targets. In this gameplay segment, the brother would pick up the balls and throw them into the holes. In doing this, they hope to get their sister to join and have some fun. Eventually, the sister would join in and throw the balls at the targets as well. Both the player and the little sister would try to beat each other and get the highest score. After they've ran out of balls to throw, they move on. The brother notices their sister looks a little happier. They now come to the strength tester. Both the brother and little sister take turns jumping on the strike plate, trying to see who can raise the needle the highest. Both characters take turns jumping on the plate, and whoever gets the highest out of 4 turns won. After they were done, a couple of silver tokens fell out of the machine. The siblings didn't know what these odd shiny coins were for. After exploring and playing a few more games, the two children now find themselves at the prize counter. The children stare at all the old dusty looking toys hanging on the shelves. As they continue to stare at all the toys and little trinkets, the brother notices a large figure approaching them. The brother quickly takes the sister's hand as they run off and hide. In doing this, the little sister accidentally drops her stuffed bear. As they hide from this mysterious figure, the little sister peers out to take a look and see if her bear was safe. Standing over the helpless stuffed bear is the Mascot. A worn-out, scruffy-looking Mascot with messy, matted fur, dirty overalls, and an animatronic eyeball hanging from its face. The disturbing-looking Mascot picks up the teddy bear and stares at it. They walk over to the prize counter and place the bear on the top shelf. The Mascot then presses a button on the counter, locking the front doors. The Mascot knows someone has snuck into their arcade, and they won't let the little intruders escape. The little sister sees the Mascot lumber around and search all the dusty game machines for any hiding intruders. When the coast was clear, the siblings quietly climb up onto the counter. The brother locates the switch for the locked doors. But they need to keep an eye out for the strange-looking Mascot. When they press the button, surely the Mascot would hear the door unlock. They would have to plan their escape carefully and make sure they have a clear path. There doesn't seem to be any sign of the Mascot. Just as the brother goes to push the button, they feel their sister tugging at their shirt. As they look back, they see the sister pointing at the stuffed bear way up on the top shelf. The sister couldn't leave this place without their best friend. The brother looks at the button and then back at their sister. They decide to get the bear and then make a break for it before this creepy Mascot comes back. In this gameplay segment, the player would have to climb the wall of prizes in order to reach the top shelf. They would have to be careful whilst climbing not to knock over any prizes, or else the Mascot will be alerted and capture them. Just as the brother gets closer to the stuffed bear, they look down and see a large fuzzy hand grab their sister. The Mascot holds her in their hand and walks off into the storage room. The brother looks helplessly as their poor sister gets carried away by this malicious Mascot. The brother has to get their sister back no matter what. Once they enter through the door, they now find themselves in the arcade storage room. But there's no sign of the Mascot or their sister. As they look around the room, they see a bunch of old pinball machines and what appears to be other discarded Mascots scattered all over the place. Strange looking heads stare at them and twisted metal skeletons lay on the floor. They see in the distance a second door leading to another room. As they walk toward it, they hear something move. All of a sudden, one of the animatronic skeletons tries to grab them. The brother quickly dodges the attack, but before they know it, all the discarded Mascots start crawling after them. In this gameplay sequence, the brother would have to quickly evade the discarded Mascots as they creepily crawl towards the brother and try to grab them. The player would have to run and jump over numerous pinball machines and climb their way up to the door and avoid all these disturbing animatronic puppets that are chasing them. This tense chase sequence would be fairly similar to Six running away from all the hungry guests on the mall. The player would have to jump from obstacle to obstacle and quickly figure out what their next move would be to avoid being grabbed by the creepy machines. Right before these twisted bodies of metal and fabric can grab the player, they jump for the door handle and swing into the next room. This is where the brother once again sees the Mascot. They can see the Mascot just standing there, but they can't see any sign of their sister. The brother climbs up on a bench and tries to see if they can locate her. As they walk along the bench, they notice their little sister's pigtail behind the Mascot. She was on its back. The brother quietly sneaks around to see what's going on. When the mascot turns around, the brother sees their little sister has climbed up on its body and is tugging and ripping away at its fur. What is she doing? And does the mascot know she's there? The brother decides to try and find a way to get her to come back down off this disturbing mascot. The brother climbs up on some old pinball machines to try and get her attention. All of a sudden, the brother steps on one of the buttons and the pinball machine springs to life. The mascot quickly turns around in a panic and chases after the brother. The brother runs through the backstage door as the mascot quickly chases after them. Their little sister holds on tight as the furious mascot chases after their brother. They now find themselves on the main stage of the arcade. Whilst running, the brother trips over a wire and falls to the ground. Just as the mascot goes to step on the helpless brother, the sister finally rips open the patch of fur on the back of the suit. The sister has finally located the automatic release switch. Right before the brother is crushed, the sister quickly pushes it. The suit springs open and the sister is flung off. The brother runs to their sister as they both stare at the strange mascot that is frozen still. All of a sudden steps out a strange looking figure. The siblings quickly hide as the odd character walks straight past them and towards the prize counter. The stranger pushes the button and unlocks the doors. The siblings come out from hiding and the sister cautiously approaches this somewhat harmless individual. They grab the bear from off the shelf and pass it down to the sister. The stranger has granted the siblings the prize of their freedom for freeing them from that twisted mechanical suit. It seems the mascot's actions were not that of the stranger's. The mascot suit must have been controlling this gentle and placid individual. The stranger stands at the counter as the siblings exit this sinister arcade. The brother soon realizes that their little sister seems happier after helping someone who was in need. The sister holds her bear tightly as she walks alongside her brother back into the unknown dangers of the Pale City. Alrighty everyone, that's what we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like and commenting as it helps out a lot and it's greatly appreciated. Also, do remember to subscribe to GameTube so you don't miss out on any of our future uploads. Also, do keep in mind we do have that subscriber only live stream where we're going to design our very own Little Nightmares character. Also, do be sure to comment down below what you thought of today's character and also what you'd like to see going forward. Alrighty everyone, well, until the next video, I'll catch you later. Bye.